Hi. Yesterday that I've been thinking about since, which is why is there hope for humanity? Is there hope for humanity? Is there hope for us? Have we gone too far? Have we made such a mess? Have we degraded ourselves? Have we lost the way so badly that there really isn't any hope for us, that we've set momentums running that just can't be stopped? In the climate situation, we passed the tipping point. In the moral, spiritual situation, we passed the tipping point. Greed has overrun everything. Corruption has overrun everything. And no truth can be found anywhere. Everything that we hear and we see, we can't believe in anymore. And there's a great despondency. A lot of really what we're feeling as well about how things are is suppressed. So we don't even know how we feel. So where does the hope come from? And is there a sound and true basis for hope in these times? Well, I believe that there is. And I'd like to talk about, where that hope comes from. And the hope is not sensational. The hope is very normal. It comes from the normal level of life. There's hope because children smile, children play, children enjoy. And that gives us hope, just watching that. That capacity to feel joy has not been robbed from them, even though they're living in a terrible circumstance, but they're still joyful. Kindness, all the kindness, the enormous ocean of kindness that gets expressed in small ways every single day by virtually everybody, even the people that are, bringing down the world, go home and do something kind for their dog or do something kind for the family. So it's kindness that keeps coming. Kindness comes from a solid place. Kindness comes from the heart. Our confusion and our selfishness and our complete lack of foresight, that comes out of ignorance. That doesn't have a real basis. It's just a momentum that carries us on. But kindness comes from somewhere else. Kindness comes from the heart. And this is the real crux of it, that it appears that the whole of humanity is really just made up of mind and what you think. But actually, really, the vast energetic of humanity is on another level, which is on the level of deep peace, which is on the level of the heart, which is on the level of being. And this is why there's tremendous hope, because this is a vast resource that is untapped in many and most people. That there is an incredible love, that there is an incredible peace, that there is a knowingness that is there. I feel this hope because I recognize that it's actually what everybody's missing. The people driven by racial bigotry and supremacist, fascist kind of stuff. Will at some point realize something profound within them. And when they do, a transformation can happen for them just like it can happen for anyone else. There's no one too wounded not to be able to have some kind of power. But we're still going. So there's no one too wounded not to become free, and that's an amazing thing, because the wound, which might, manifest the narcissism, which might then be the cause of complete uncaring selfishness, or psychopathic, sociopathic behaviors, the wound and its consequences only happen in a certain domain of the being, which we could call the psychological domain. But behind the persona is untouched by the trauma that it's seen. The witness is unmoved by the glory that it's seen. The witness is not any the wiser from all the thoughts that it's witnessed us having. The witness is whole and complete. And really, what this time is about is realizing that to the psychological self, there's never enough. Because, it says to us, okay, if I get this or achieve this or have this amount or do this, then I will be validated, then I will be whole, then I will have filled the void in me. But it never actually happens because none of those outcomes have the capacity to do that. But behind the psychological self, where all that nonsense and internal thinking and internal dialogue and endless nonsense, behind that is this field of deep peace, is this place of clarity, is the place of the heart. Now, the amazing thing is, the real cause of hope is that everybody has a heart. And the heart works on frequency, on energy. And as the heart vibration starts to build, which it is, because more and more people are tuning into it, then it becomes easier and more likely that more and more people will tune into it until it itself has a tipping point. What the great sages and seers and future visionaries of the past have told us is, firstly, that the darkest hour is before dawn, but that some kind of new age for humanity is coming. We've seen every single person, perhaps, I would say everybody at some point has seen or felt or intuited that there's something more. Even if it's just very, very slightly. Most people have the sense that there's something more. And there is. And our cultures, all of them, point to there being something more. Now, a lot of the ideas about what that more might be seem strange to other people looking at them. But what the basic is there is that there is something more, a higher dimension, that the parameters of human experience can be expanded to include the witness, to include the heart. And that then brings the shift. The recognition that I am complete, that I am whole. That life doesn't make sense when certain things happen. Life makes sense depending on where I'm looking from. And when I look from the heart place, when I become finally disillusioned with the mind and all this incessant thinking and quieten down and come into the heart, then this starts to make sense. Then I notice an improvement in the quality of the way that things work out and in the way that I feel about my life and the level of stress. So there's tremendous hope, because it's a bit like everybody thinks they know what the presence of a human life is. It's like a Christmas tree that's got presents under it, and everybody's got the chance of a human life. And they dived, as soon as they were born, they dived under the Christmas tree and started, oh, look, we can unwrap this present. Oh, we can eat. Oh, unwrap this present. Oh, we can make love. Unwrap this present. Oh, we can, enjoy sports. Oh, unwrap this present. Oh, we can, love each other. And all these different presents. And so people think they know what the scope of the possibility of a human life is. But actually, if you look a bit deeper, under that Christmas tree, there is another present that hasn't been opened by most people yet. And that's the possibility of knowing the self. That's the possibility of seeing what is behind the persona and coming back into that place where you're whole, where you're, and that is the doorway to what the ancients and the wise ones have described as great bliss. So tremendous hope for mankind. And, we just have to keep that faith. But it's not a blind belief, it's not a blind faith. We keep that faith by returning to the experience of the witness, to the experience of the observer, and feel that clarity and feel that peace. And then it's not so much belief, it becomes knowledge and a firm conviction that actually, despite all appearances, all is well. All is well.